Unfortunately, crises like COVID-19 can bring out the best and the worst in people. In this video, you'll learn about housing laws and policies that have temporarily changed due to the pandemic, fair housing laws and how they can protect you during this pandemic, and how to report discrimination and what you can do to protect yourself. You may have heard that evictions have been postponed. Rules are temporarily in place to keep you from being evicted until June 1st, 2020, and further extensions are possible. Landlords cannot evict you by simply sending you a personal letter or locking you out. They can only evict you by taking you to court. If you receive Section 8 benefits, live in public housing, or receive other assistance from the federal government, all evictions are stopped until July 24th, 2020. Many people have asked if they should keep paying rent. Yes, you should keep paying rent. It is against the law in North Carolina to withhold rent, even if your landlord is not holding up their end of the lease. Ask your landlord to be flexible with payments. Even though evictions are temporarily suspended, you can still be charged late fees. Ask your landlord to waive fees or be flexible with payments. It is always a good idea to keep a copy of your lease, repair requests, emails, text, and rent receipts in a safe place. In reference to utilities, on March 31st, Governor Cooper issued an order that utility companies should not disconnect services during the pandemic. Residential customers should be given at least 6 months to pay outstanding bills. Companies should not collect fees, penalties, or interest for late payment. This order is set to last for 60 days. Sadly, there have been reports of mistreatment and discrimination against Asian Americans and other people of Asian descent. National origin is a protected class under federal law. Landlords cannot refuse to rent, refuse to renew a lease, charge higher rent, or give lease violations based on a tenant's national origin. Screen potential and existing tenants for citizenship and immigration status, or fail to provide the same level of service or housing amenities because a tenant was born in another country. Disability, defined as a physical or mental impairment which substantially limits one or more major life activities, is also protected under federal law. Victims of COVID-19 may qualify as disabled or temporarily disabled, and as such, they are protected from discrimination in housing transactions. Tenants may request a reasonable accommodation. It is a change or exception to a rule, policy, practice, or service that is necessary for equal use and enjoyment of a dwelling. A landlord must make reasonable accommodations for disabled persons. A landlord may deny a reasonable accommodation if the request creates an undue financial and administrative burden on them. As parents deemed essential are working and schools are closed during the COVID-19 pandemic, children under 18 years old may be at home. Families are also protected under the Federal Fair Housing Act. Landlords cannot place an unreasonable restriction on the total number of persons who may live in a dwelling, limit access to services or amenities provided to other tenants, or enforce nuisance and noise rules unequally against families. Formerly incarcerated individuals are being released only to find loved ones in quarantine, dire job prospects, and overwhelmed social services agencies. It is important to remember that landlords cannot deny housing based on a criminal history without that person posing a significant threat to their community, or public housing applicants may ask for a reasonable accommodation because of disability, such as substance abuse or mental illness, as the basis of the offense, for policies that bar admission based upon a criminal conviction. With release of people from jails and prisons in North Carolina, safe housing solutions are critical to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. Landlords may be able to help by easing family member and guest rules in leases to ease overwhelming halfway facilities, relaxing criminal background and income qualifications for justice-served applicants, and suspend eviction action and expand rent forbearance during the pandemic. Thousands of student residents across the country have been displaced due to COVID-19, and some students cannot go home. As universities shut their doors, international students are often left without alternative living options. Possible solutions include creating travel ban exceptions for international students to return home, and private landlords and public housing providers can help by redirecting resources to temporarily rehouse displaced international students. Thousands of independent students, formerly in foster care, do not have a safe home to return to amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Possible solutions to rehouse and provide financial support include using Chafee Foster Care Independent Program or CFCIP assistance to help current and former foster care youths achieve self-sufficiency, using educational and training voucher programs or ETV for youths aging out of foster care to support housing transition, rent, and basic needs. Extend Section 8 benefits to independent students until university housing is available. Private landlords can ease application requirements and offer short-term leases. If you have concerns or questions about any of the topics discussed in this video, call the Fair Housing Assistance Program at 336-373-2038 or visit our website to fill out an online form at www.greensboro-nc.gov/departments/human-relations/fair-housing.